Hey everyone, today I'm going to be rotating the tires on my Tesla. What this means is that I'm going to be moving the rear wheels to the front and potentially left and right as well to basically maintain the tire wear and make sure that they wear evenly through the lifetime of the tire. Unfortunately, I'm supposed to be doing this every 10,000 kilometers or 6,250 miles, but I actually forgot to do this and I've already driven almost 21,000 kilometers, 20,885 to be exact. And the reason I forgot about this was because I used to drive BMWs and all the BMWs I drove had staggered tire setups where the rear wheels were much wider than the front wheels, so you can't actually rotate them, as in you can't move the back ones to the front because they're completely different dimensions. On the Tesla Model 3 standard and long range models, they are all exact same, so you can rotate them. I think the performance models are slightly wider track, so that one cannot be rotated either. But anyways, I'm going to be going in a tire shop. The owner of the tire shop also owns a Tesla, so let's ask him what he thinks about tire wear when it comes to EVs, because a lot of people have said that EVs have a lot more torque and therefore it causes higher tire degradation, causing you to have to replace your tires more frequently than a regular fuel-based car. There is also a lot of Tesla haters out there that say the Tesla is much more heavier and the weight also contributes to tire degradation, but this is just simply not true because the Tesla isn't that much heavier than a lot of internal combustion engine cars these days, so that's most probably not the factor. It's most likely the torque, instant torque that comes from the tires. I do drive mostly on chill mode, so maybe that has preserved my tires a bit. I'm also going to ask him what the degradation between my rear tires and the front tires are, because it's either 10,000 kilometers, 6,250 miles, or if the thread depth difference is, it'll be on the screenshot here, but I think it's 1.5 millimeter difference. So I'm going to ask him if there's been a big degradation between my rear tires versus my front tires. Additionally, Yeslak has sent me these cool wheel covers for the Nova 19-inch rims. As some of you know, this is an upgrade option on the Model 3, standard range and long range models, and this differs to the 18-inch, which are actually the aero covered rims where you have a plastic cover over it. What's nice about these wheel covers is that it completely covers the rim, so it can protect your wheels from curb rash. As you know, I've got some curb rash. I even got some curb rash while making a video. If you haven't watched my previous video where I test out Tesla Vision, you can click the video pop out over there. Basically, I was relying on the cameras to see how close I was to the curb, but the angle isn't 100% correct for certain curbs, so don't rely on it fully and don't get too close to the curb. I must say the auto park has never gotten me close enough to the curb to cause curb rash, so I can't really blame that. But yeah, so enjoy the video. I'm going to show you how to you need to take off the plastic inserts on the Nova 19-inch rims before you put the wheel covers on. I'm going to show you how to do that. You don't need to take the wheels off the car to do this, but I'll take a few off to show you how it works, and then I'll keep some on so when we go to the tire shop and the wheel's completely off, you can see how it's mounted to the back of the wheel. So this is the package from Yeslak. It is a pretty big box because obviously this is the wheel covers that are in here. I'm going to open it now. Let me just move some of the stuff out the way. This is Finley's seat, as you know, that just sits on top of here. We actually got that from Shein, but it works pretty well. My girlfriend had to make some adjustments to it because it was not strong enough. It kept breaking, so she just sewed it up. Anyways, I want to move my chair very far back, as some of you can probably see in the other clip. But yeah, I'm going to mount this camera back on and then you can see me. Okay, so this big box here has the wheel covers in. I think they sent me something else as well, but let's take a look to see if it's in this box. I did receive another box from them, and that's going to be in a separate video, and that's actually been quite exciting. So make sure that you like the video and subscribe to make sure that you keep up to date with all the new accessories that I'm testing out, as well as my experience with Tesla, and eventually when we go on road trips around Europe to see if having an EV is practical and comfortable enough to drive around Europe instead of having a regular internal combustion engine car. So I've got a scissors here to open this box. It's really well packaged, very well sealed. As you can see, it's got Yeslak branded tape. Well, okay, this is a really thick box actually. They taped it like multiple directions, so I can't just rip the tape open easily. It's all good. Luckily I have this blade here. I don't actually have a knife, a box opening knife. Maybe someone can sponsor me, hint hint, nudge nudge, a box opening knife, given that I do some of these unboxings these days. Okay, cool, I managed to get it open. And as you can see, these wheels are actually quite well protected. Okay, so this is just the wheels in here. I'll have to check the other box for the other thing that I ordered or asked them for. Oh, there's some tape here. There's some, interesting, there's some, I don't know, this is rubber tape. And then what is this? There's some clips. Not clips, sorry, clip opening tool. What's this? These are stickers to go over, because I'll show you let me just show you the wheel covers first. Oh, pretty big, I mean, about 19-inch. Oh wow. Oh, they're actually really nice. And you guys can see the full extent. But so you can see over here, so they're very nice actually, and then basically this Tesla insert gets stuck over here, so it looks like the original Tesla look. Obviously the middle part of your rim comes off and you remove those, as well as those plastic inserts. You can see that these clips seem to be plastic. One of the complaints that people have had about some covers is that they have metal clips. And while metal clips might be good, it's actually bad because metal on metal scratches. So this won't scratch the alloy because plastic is softer than metal. So that shouldn't be a problem. I want to put this back in. Actually, before I put this back in, I just want to see what else is in this box. So I guess that's it. So okay, that seems to be it. We might have to stick this edging around. I'm not sure why it came with this edging. It's actually just edging tape. But I'm assuming that you stick this against your rim so it goes on and causes a nice seal and either doesn't move around or doesn't scratch. But let me show you outside. I'm gonna go outside and show you what it looks like. I'm just gonna put it over. Obviously, I'm not gonna clip them on. Actually, one on. Let me just put one on for now, and then you guys can see the difference between a covered and a non-covered wheel. And you guys tell me in the comments below which one you prefer. Okay, I've got the cover over here. I've got some gloves and a cloth, and I'm going to show you guys how to remove these plastic inserts. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of curb rash actually. I've been driving terribly. But yeah, I'll get this fixed up at some later stage. But basically you need to remove all these plastic inserts before you put the wheel cover on. And I have a tendency to hurt myself. I have really delicate soft hands, so I'm gonna wear some gloves and use a cloth as well to remove those clips and put this cover on just this rim, and we can compare this versus the front and the other side to see what it looks like. Okay, so if you see that these clips have metal these inserts have metal clips in the back, and I'm just gonna remove them. I'm gonna put my gloves on first. These are actually motorcycling gloves that I sometimes use for sim racing or karting. I actually have different gloves for karting now because these ones don't provide as much grip, so I've got different ones. But basically, if you pull on them, nothing's gonna happen. But there's two clips at the back. So apparently, I watched a YouTube video on how to do this. Apparently, you pull the clips inwards. Oh, it's actually quite difficult. We'll show you what it looks like behind the wheel when the wheels are off. There you go. So once you get one side off, it actually pulls off. So that's metal on metal. You can see there's a bit of scratches over there from the metal, but it's very difficult to see. So it's not a big issue, to be honest. So I wouldn't say that that's bad design. I actually think it's better like that because these clips are very difficult. These inserts are very difficult to come off unless you literally cannot tug them off. You have to press on the other side, so like this basically, to get it off. And let me just put this on the floor so they don't keep falling down and getting scratched. So note this one has a hole on it because this one is where the valve is basically. It's actually quite good that I'm taking these off because then I can actually see how dirty my rim is. There's actually parts that you don't normally get to clean because it's covered underneath. It's actually not that hard. You actually just have to clip on one side. Definitely wear some gloves because it's quite tight unless you have really hard hands. I work in front of a computer all day, so I have quite soft hands compared to most people. Yeah. Even with gloves, it's pretty sore. Oh, this one's not coming off, this one's a bit stubborn. Cool, there you go. So I'm just gonna put all these inserts, all these wheel inserts into the back of my car. They're quite dusty actually. Okay, and then I have to remove the centerpiece. I think this is actually kind of soft. You just pull it off like this. Does actually anyone know how this comes off? Oh, there you go, it just came off. Very cool. This is the centerpiece insert. Just bring everything in there. You can see the rim. It actually looks quite nice. I actually wonder if it's a cool modification to get these inserts painted like another color, like a white or accent. And that might actually give it a different look. But I'm not going to do that now. Cool, and now for the wheel cover from Yeslak, which looks like this. Check it, line it up. They fit, wow, they fit perfectly actually. Oh, I don't like that sound. I really should be cleaning this before I put this on, but anyway, it's difficult to get on because I'm an idiot. I forgot to take this off. So it's got a perfect fit, as you can see, and it's covering all the parts that I have damaged. Also another idiot again because I was supposed to align it. So those clips that I showed you earlier from behind, just have to tug a bit on them so that they release. Fortunately, they're plastic, so they're not going to scratch the rims. And even if they scratch the rims, it'll be behind or in front, not somewhere visible, basically. Guys, don't make the same mistake I made. Make sure that you align this part with here before putting it on. But once you put it on, just give it a bit of a smack. The center also has clips. There you go, so it's in now. Don't be afraid to give it a bit nice tug. And wow, that actually looks kind of interesting. Actually looks very nice. Wow, all my curb rash is completely covered. Would you guys prefer the all natural look? Oh, look, more curb rash here. Actually a branch stuck in there. It's a good thing I'm getting them out. Or do you guys like the covered look? It's quite nice. I wonder if this affects range because obviously these inserts were supposedly good for reducing aerodynamic drag through those cavities. So this, because I took them off, but this also has increased surface area. So I'm not sure how that affects range. And obviously, once the wheels are all swapped around and I've given a bit of a clean, you stick this on and it look like the original Tesla rims. Actually looks quite nice. I actually think that this black looks quite suitable on the white car. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so I just gave the covers a bit of a wipe so it looks a bit cleaner, and I'm just gonna stick this on because I want to test to see what it looks like. There was a plastic covering over this that I took off, and then I just gave it a bit of a wipe to get the residue off. And then there's a double-sided tape you just remove like this, and it's not difficult to align because obviously it's got the edges, but if you just stick it on, it actually looks really nice. What do you guys think? Wow. Also, don't do like me. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I just sliced the tire over there and I just super glued it together. I'm not a tire guy, if that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to head through to the tire shop and we're going to rotate these tires and let's see what the tire guy says about my tires, as well as get some feedback on whether Teslas do have greater tire degradation, or EVs in general, versus regular cars. So you can see the original rims, and here's the matte black covers. Actually looks quite nice, especially if you like matte black rims. So as you can see, the rim covers look really nice. What's funny though is if I had gotten sent these in the beginning, I wouldn't have any curb rash because it would have protected my rims fully. I don't think they were actually available at the time because I got my car pretty early and I think anyone had made these at the time. So if you guys are getting a new Model 3 and getting the 19-inch Nova rims, I would highly recommend considering getting some rim covers. If you want these ones from Yeslak, as you know, I'm an affiliate with Yeslak, so you can use my coupon code Europe in a Tesla and get 20% off your whole order, and that helps me a little bit as well as a creator. So check them out, links in the description below. If you want to order anything from Yeslak, you can get 20% off, so you don't have to order these rim covers specifically. I've reviewed some other stuff in the past. I'm using their mats, their trunk covers, their sub-trunk covers. These window shades, which are from the camping video. If you haven't watched that one already, you can check it out over here. So they do sell really cool accessories, and with 20% off, the prices are very reasonable. So definitely check them out. I'm heading through to the tire shop now, and we'll see you when we get there. So it looks like that the tire shop's not open yet. I think they're only open at 2 p.m. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you guys something interesting, because I found that I'm parked in front of this Tesla over here, and this has the other rims, and they actually look kind of similar, you know, with these plastic covers with the black. As you can see, that black over there is like that, and there's the Tesla Model Y rims, and they look kind of similar pretty much. Although those are the rims, obviously those aren't covers. But tell me what you guys prefer in the comments below. I quite like the covers actually. I like the stock, obviously the 19-inch. That's why I got them. But with the covers on, they actually look quite nice, and they're well protected, because you know, if you get too close to the curb, look, I have many times. I think this one is the only rim that I don't have damage on. Never mind, I do have some damage on there. As you can see, the front over here, let's see, this one also has quite a bit of damage over there. Nothing as bad as the one that I just changed. So as you can see, after I put that one on, that cover on, it is completely covered. You cannot see any of the curb rash. Over here where it was really bad, because that's where the slicing was. So yeah, you can see that it covers up your rim pretty much all the way to the end, which is interesting because the 18-inch aero covers actually don't cover your rim fully, so the edges are exposed and you can still get curb rash on the underlying rim itself. I have seen quite a few people remove the aero covers to expose the underlying rim. I'm not a big fan of those rims, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. I obviously paid more to get the 19-inch, so I'm most likely biased. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Obviously the Aero 18-inch with the covers on gives you more range. So do you like range or do you like looks? Because I don't like sitting around doing nothing, I decided to park on the side of the road and remove these in the meanwhile. What do you guys think without the black covers? I actually think it looks kind of interesting. Would you rock your rims like this? I do think that it looks a bit unfinished because of these wedges over here, so it looks like something needs to go there. But I'm curious to mod these. So like if I modded these white, it would look very different, and I think it will actually look kind of cool. Maybe I'll do that in a separate video. I'll either spray paint it white or just stick some white stuff over it so that it's temporarily white, and we can see what it looks like with its inserts, if this insert had to be white. But yeah, I think it's another 10 minutes. I'm gonna maybe proceed to remove more clips on that one and leave one on, so that when the tire comes off we can see behind what it looks like. But yeah, I'm quite excited for this. Let's take a look at my tread. You can't really see. Well, I mean, where's the indicators? I still got a lot of tread actually. So over here, yeah, there's still a lot of tread. Let's see the rear ones. Let's see the front ones. Oh, the front ones are definitely a lot deeper. Wow, that's definitely more than 1.5 millimeter. That's a huge difference. So when I move these to the back, I'm actually curious to know if I'll get more traction or I'll get less traction from moving those ones to the front in terms of steering, so understeer and stuff. I mean, I don't race this car, so I think it's a big problem. If you guys haven't seen under the Tesla, well, now's your chance. because we can get underneath because it's been jacked up. And that's what it looks like. Oh, it's actually pretty flat. I don't have that many scratches down here. The PPF goes till here, but you can see that it is completely flat. I'm assuming that's where the batteries are. But now he's going to be removing the tire, and we're going to be rotating them so the front ones go to the back ones go to the front. The owner, Helder, is kind of busy right now, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to have an interview with him. But if we do, that'll be great. And if I don't, then I'll just tell you guys what he said in terms of EVs as well as the damage on my rims, and if that's not rims, sorry, tires, and if that is a concern. And as promised, I actually re-clipped this one to show you what it looks like on the other side. So basically, it looks like that, and that's where the clips clip on in the seat. On the other side, it's actually much easier to take it off. I can see the clips and I can pull them out. But from the front, it's not that bad. Here's the rear tires, and here are the front tires. Now that all the wheels are off, they are currently balancing my tires. So basically, this is the rear left tire. They're going to put on the balancer. I want them to balance all the tires properly and align them when they go back on, so that the car doesn't vibrate. I haven't had any issues with vibration, to be fair. I'm just doing this because it's getting done. And yeah, there's my beautiful rims. Everything looks pretty good. Doesn't seem to have any issues. After 20,000 kilometers of driving, yeah, I'll get to see some cool. Oh, there's the motor there. Interesting. Is that the motor? I think it is. Okay. From behind, that's what it looks like from underneath. Battery pack in the middle over there. And yeah, pretty well put together, like very neat package. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know all the specific parts. But yeah, everything looks pretty good, at least to me. Okay, so while balancing the tire, they noticed something bad. I don't know if you can see this, the tire is not round. And basically what's happening is that it has buckled. I must have hit a pothole or something, but you can see that it's off shape. So the tire shop's going on holiday now, so I'm just going to put this in the front and they're going to balance it like this, but then next week I'm going to get it sorted out. But yeah, it's due to a pothole. Apparently this is kind of soft. I'm not sure if it's a Tesla problem, but yeah. Do you think this is a normal problem? A problem normalmente?
Yes.
Other cars, BMW also sing. Okay. So it's not just Tesla. Normal. Okay. Yeah, so this is a normal problem. It's not necessarily a Tesla problem. But yeah, quite a bummer. But anyways, so the tire that was damaged that I showed you now was from here, and there's another one actually. So on the whole one side, the tire is buckled. You can see that it's buckled over there. Wow. So two damaged tires. I must have hit something. I hit the pothole. Sing. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get both of these fixed. Otherwise the balance in the car is going to start vibrating. So I am now lifted up with the car because the Model 3, the new Model 3 refuses to stay in neutral if the door gets opened. So I had to step on the brake, hold down the neutral button. You can also use the buttons over here. But basically, if I open the door, it goes back to park and then they're unable to keep the car in neutral, so to move it back and forth. So I'm actually in the car. This has never happened to me. I've never experienced something like this before, which is quite interesting. As we see, they're working in the car now. It's been raised and they're going to be doing the wheel alignment. So I'm going to wait inside my car while they do the wheel alignment. This is very strange. Look, I'm getting pushed back and forth. I'm not driving the car. I'm not moving the car at all. It's just in neutral. There you go. Very interesting. And the steering wheel moves whenever they push the tires. Putting the mounting alignment, whatever you call those, onto the wheels now. The one in front's already on, and you can see it's clipped into the tire. Oh, sorry, the wheel rather, clipped onto the wheel, and they have a profile on there. Model 3 Tesla without ballast. You don't know what that means. Seems like the alignment was successful. No problems. Now they're removing those things from the tires. It feels nice to be high up here. It feels like I'm in an SUV, or more like a truck. Okay, so the alignment was not correct. I had to get out of the car, but we're using this thing to hold down the brake while neutraling. So I think we might be able to remove that now that the door is closed, so I don't have to be in the car this time. So basically, these are the things that go in your rims, and then there's some machinery there that checks the alignment of the wheels. Now they're gonna be able to move the wheel left and right, just to make sure that it turns correctly. But if you guys never seen something like this before, this is basically what you do at the tire shop to make sure that your tires are correctly aligned so that they are centered on both sides, so you don't have any vibrations if it is slightly off. So like if the one wheel in the front on the left is like slightly in compared to the one on the right, then that could cause a lot of vibrations. So this aims to correct that. And if it's not done correctly, then, or if your car's starting to feel like it veers to one side or vibrates, make sure you take it down to your local tire shop. Every tire shop should be able to do this for you pretty easily. Okay, so currently there's a slight inside, hey? Like on both sides.
That means
So now he's just adjusting.
compact view.
Oh, so more wear on the inside. Okay, okay, cool.
Green zone.
Yeah, so that should also remove the vibration as well. There's not much, there shouldn't be.
Alignment is just for the car goes right and front.
Okay, I see.
Not like left or right.
Ah, okay,
The
okay.
calibration
The balance. Okay, I see.
is for the vibration.
Okay. So after you have had your car's tires maintained, go to the car menu and under service, you will see that over here it says tire service mileage approximately 20,500 kilometers ago. Obviously I did it right now. You can press the information icon to get more information. So this is, as earlier I showed you, every 10,000 kilometers it should be rotated. And or if there's more than a 1.5 millimeter difference, which mine definitely was. So now that I've done, just press the reset button and it tells you the season of tire I have all summer or all season or summer, and you just press reset and that just changes the counter. That's all it does, and basically this will say less than 500 kilometers ago. And yeah, so basically that's the deal today, and I will finish putting on all the covers, the wheel covers on the car, and I will show you the final result before we conclude this video. Okay, now we're gonna put the last part of all the hubcaps onto the car, the rim covers, and I'll show you guys around full 360 around the car with all the Yeslak black rim covers to see what they look like now that I've got my car sorted out. I will have to go back to the tire shop next month to get the buckled rims sorted out, so I'll make a visit again, but that's not a normal problem. I think I might have driven over a pothole or something that was pretty deep that caused both rims on the right side of my car to buckle. Interestingly enough, I didn't feel any vibrations, so it seems to have not had affected that. Helder, the owner at Pneus Pinto, said that I was very lucky because the buckle wasn't big enough for air to leak out of, so I don't lose any tire pressure. So that's also why I never noticed it. But yeah, it's not a big problem. It seems pretty bad. I mean, I've never had two rims buckle so easily. So yeah, anyways, he did say that his employee did say that it's not a, you need to test the problem. It's just, it could happen to any car. I did bring a bucket of water now, and as you can see, the auto park didn't really park straight. It's a little bit off to the side, but that's okay. So I want to bring the bucket. I brought a bucket of water so I can just at least give these a little bit of a wash before I put the rim covers on. Okay, this time I'm going to try use some of this protective tape that they sent us as well. I didn't use it on the other tire there, but I don't really think it's necessary. I think only if you know, you want to make sure that this doesn't damage your rim, which I don't think it will because it's basically plastic. But basically what I think you would do is, this seems like a real hassle to be honest, but I think it's actually mainly for, make sure you have scissors ready. It's mainly for these insert sections. Let's just cut a few and stick it on and see what it does. So basically for these insert sections, you would stick a piece just to prevent it from scratching that. But to be honest, I really don't know how you would scratch that. I mean, I'm doing kind of a shoddy job here. But yeah, there's another one. Okay, over here. So basically what you want to do is just stick a few of these on to make sure that it doesn't cause scratches on your rim. To be honest, I don't know how necessary this is. I don't think I'm going to put it on the other ones. I'm just demonstrating that if you want to put this on your rim, this is what you would do. Just want to make sure that after I put it on, it still goes on, right? I mean, the rim cover itself, because I think these are pretty squishy, so it's not like it's going to use up that much, add that much real estate onto the tire, the wheel itself. I keep getting confused between tire and wheel. Tire, wheel, tire, wheel. Okay, let me put this on the long one. So there are long sections and short sections, as I told you earlier. Okay, now you can see that I have the protection on some of the pieces. I didn't stick the bottom there properly, but it's going over the edge. I'm sure the rim cover will still go on despite that. But here's another one. Remember to remove the protection over here. And it's made of this really high quality plastic material. It almost looks like, it's quite light, it's a bit like carbon fiber, but it's definitely not carbon fiber, it's just plastic. But it's really well molded because it fits perfectly over the rim. So you just gotta align it and make sure that the valve opening is where your actual valve is. So my one's on top over here. Push in the middle. I figured pushing in the middle first would probably be better because there's clips in the middle, and then you can clip on the sides. Just get rid of a bit of that, and that's no problem. Okay, and then the final detail that you want is to add these Tesla logos. It looks okay without the logos. It looks a little bit like the Model Y rim, which actually doesn't have any Tesla branding. I don't know why. I don't know why Tesla did that actually, but these are actually quite nice. I wonder if they sell these. This is actually metal. Yeah, it's metal, like light aluminium, but these could actually go pretty well over the Model Y rims that don't have any branding in the middle. But this, you just remove the double-sided tape and you stick it on. It really doesn't matter what direction, because your wheels rotate. Obviously, if you're pedantic and you want it to be like the 911s where the Porsche symbol is pointing to the valve, I guess you could stick this pointing to the valve. But yeah, you don't need to do that. Okay, so here's the final result. Let me know in the comments what you think. Remember, if you like these, use my coupon code European Tesla, or you can click the link in the description below for this specific product, and you can get 20% off your whole card with Yeslak. For these ones, you can see I made the Tesla logo point towards the valve cap, just like the Porsche. Cool, thanks for watching the video. If you like this video, remember to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, as this really helps my channel. And thank you for your support. I'll see you guys again in the next video.